Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Fran, I'm from Venezuela, and today we're going to be watching a video called Top 10 Things You Should Never Do in the UK. So I'm guessing this is sort of like a warning to tourists and people, that visit the UK, because you don't want to get in the British people's bad graces. But I'm also wondering how much different can things actually be, right? Something that's gonna make you, that's gonna make people go no, you should actually never return here because we low-key hate you. So let's check it out and comment, subscribe, and start.
Let's start by saying that in no way are we trying to scare you away from visiting the UK.
Good. Because I
but
was
if you are a
scared.
tourist or an international student in the UK, then wouldn't it be better to know a few things that could offend people there?
Of course.
We mean, you don't want to hurt anyone with your actions or words, let alone get into trouble in a foreign land. People would understand that you may take a while to adjust to the new surroundings and customs. But if you want to save yourself from embarrassing situations as a newcomer in the UK, we have compiled a list of things that you should avoid doing there. Number 1, calling the United Kingdom England. Before you take the flight to anywhere in the UK, know its full form. UK stands for the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. Do you realize what this means?
Yes, Wales,
the UK
Scotland.
Consists of 4 countries: Scotland, England, Northern Ireland, and Wales.
Ireland.
Moreover, each country has its own distinctive culture, national identity, and government. So before you begin your sentence with, England's landscapes are, confirm that you really are in England, and not Scotland,
UK,
which is a separate country.
It's true.
Number 2, ask if they know the Queen. How would you feel if some tourist in the US asked if you knew Donald Trump? You'd call that person plain stupid for assuming that everyone breathing the US air knows the president. So how do you expect people in the UK to personally know the royal family? More than 60 million people live in the UK, and over 8 million of those live in Greater London alone. There is no way that these people know their monarch more than the internet knows. You won't offend people with this question, but we'll definitely make them laugh in your face. Number 3, block the escalator. Escalators are common in most countries, and we don't give much thought about the do's and don'ts while we are standing on it.
Stand to the right.
Well, you'd be surprised to know that there is indeed a wrong way to stand on an escalator, at least in the UK. It is an unspoken rule in this part of the world that if you want to stand still, you should stay on the right-hand side.
Oh, okay.
Why?
Yeah.
Well, the left-hand side of the escalator is reserved for those people who are in a hurry. You know, the lot who believe that by running through the escalator and saving about 30 seconds, they would get to their destination on time.
Yeah, it's
just remember, if you don't want to be pushed past, then stay on the right.
But I think that's a logic
Number
thing.
4, jump a queue.
Jump to the
Many of us don't give much importance to a queue. You know, the ones we see outside a dessert kiosk, because, well, an ice cream craving can't wait.
No,
but don't do that while you're in the UK. Simply because that is bad manners.
That's bad manners
Even
everywhere.
if you think it is a petty thing and shouldn't annoy anyone, you aren't doing it here. Before you attempt any such adventure, know that those people ahead in the queue came here first and deserve to be served first.
No, but that's, I think, it's all over
Plus,
the world.
why do you want any inconvenience in the form of a fight? Stay in the queue, wait for your turn, and all will go swiftly.
I think that's, again,
Number
that's a lot of
5,
countries.
pick up a rented car. We don't mean to say that driving in this country is illegal, but you can get yourself and others in trouble by driving. We have created a nice bit of suspense here. We deserve a pat on the back. Jokes aside, the thing is that you will have to drive on the left side of the road here. And if you come from a nation where the opposite is the norm, you might have a tough time learning this. When you are new to a place, such experiments are the last thing you should be doing, right?
It's true.
Plus, remember you don't know your way around, so you'd be consulting maps on a busy road while getting used to driving on the wrong side. Number 6, talk about money.
It's true.
You don't ask someone how much they earn or how much money they have in their pocket unless you are family or very close friends.
Right? I'm not in the habit of asking strangers about their finances.
People in the UK might feel offended if you ask too many questions about money.
It's weird.
In fact, boasting about your wealth is also not going to be appreciated. So keep the big bucks in your pocket. Number 7, greet inappropriately. Meeting someone for the first time and experiencing that awkward situation where you go for a hug while the other stops you with a handshake. Ever been there? If you don't want to find yourself in that situation in the UK, just go for a handshake. Because they aren't too comfortable making physical contact with strangers. Hugging and kissing on the cheek is reserved for people they know well and are comfortable with. Oh, and what do you say when someone asks you, "How are you?"
Fine.
By no means is this a cue that you can start off your saga of nasal allergies if you don't want the person to never see your face again.
Just say
Every
fine,
"how
move
are you"
on.
is followed by "fine," "thank you," and nothing else. Number
They're
8,
not actually
fake their
asking you, like,
accent.
please tell me.
No matter how many times you have practiced the British or Scottish accent, don't use it, because it probably isn't that good. People aren't going to like it if you force their accent, and especially when you are
course,
doing
it's
it
gonna be
all
weird.
wrong. You will make it look like you aren't a part of them, and are desperate to lose your identity and mix with them. Wouldn't it be better if you first make friends with natives of Wales, and then try a Welsh
that's nice.
accent?
Yes, it's true.
Number 9,
Yeah.
voice opinions about Brexit. We know that Brexit is the topic of discussion in pretty much
I
the
think
entire
as a
world, but you
general
can't
rule,
be
you should
walking
stay away
around
from
spitting your
politics.
views about it when you are in the UK. People there are directly related to it, and your views can be taken
course.
personally. And what happens when someone takes your casual opinion personally and in a negative light? Yes, they get offended and might beat you up. Okay, maybe we went too far with the beating up part,
I guess, yeah,
but you
they're
still
gonna beat
don't
you
want to
up, but
risk it.
Yeah.
Number 10, mess with the Queen's Guard. Did that bushy hat fool you? Oh, people, the Queen's Guard isn't
They're
your
gonna
friend,
do- they're
and
not
you
gonna
aren't
do
forgetting
anything, I
that.
guess,
You may
right?
fool around
I
with him a
think.
bit, and he won't pay much attention, let alone punish you. But there is a line drawn, and you must never cross it, because the consequences won't be pretty.
They're gonna
Never,
send you
we
to-
repeat,
they're gonna arrest
never
you?
touch the Guard, because once you
Oh.
do that, prepare yourself for a world of hurt. Do you want that gun, the one that was fascinating you,
Oh
to
my
be
God.
pointed at you? If not, maintain a respectable distance from the
I
Guard.
didn't know that.
He
You
deserves
shouldn't
it.
touch them.
How was your experience in the UK? Tell us in the comment section below. Subscribe to our channel if you like this video. And while you're here, check out our other videos and tell us what you think of them. You can also find us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram.
Yeah,
Thanks for watching.
Yeah, I think I knew because of like a lot of like funny videos about like people messing up with the Royal Guard. I don't know why I assumed that you could touch them and it was fine, you know, like they're trained to do that. But okay, I can see that no, you shouldn't touch them because like you can make them laugh. I think the purpose of them of you know of those videos is like to make them laugh. I think. Or just, you know, like lose their focus or something like that. But I guess, like, yeah, you shouldn't touch them. But again, like as a general rule, I don't think you should go around like touching strangers. And they're also like police forces or, you know, armed forces in general. I don't think it's a good idea that you go around like touching them. Again, as a general rule in the world, in a lot of countries. So, you know, but good to know. I think a lot of the things were like maybe common sense. I think the one about the driving, the car driving, I wouldn't, I mean, I guess, you know, obviously like, you know, they're driving on the opposite side of the road. Usually if you're from a country that, you know, it's on the opposite side, it's going to be obviously an adjustment process. And I don't know why I would think like, oh, well, but it's maybe not that, wouldn't be that weird, right? Like you can just rent a car and go around. But it's true that it must be quite hard. And if you're just a tourist and you're going to be, I don't know, like a week or 2 weeks, like I don't think it's worth it. Like you're just gonna be like super stressed walking around because it's true, like that clip, it was just like quite stressful. It's like, why are they going to the other way? Like my logic sense is like you should do it on the other side. So it's like, no, it's probably for the best if you just move around and probably like I guess they, you know, I'm guessing they have like a very good subway system or, you know, buses or taxis or whatever. Probably they have Uber or stuff like that. So it's true, like don't really like don't go in cars because it's gonna be hard, it's gonna be stressful for you, and I'm guessing that you want to enjoy your vacation. So you know you're gonna like screw it up by like being super stressed on the road, and of course you don't really know like where are you going, so you have to have your GPS, and you're like I have no idea. It's gonna be like a mess. And also the thing about the Queen and the. It's really funny. I don't know. I wouldn't think of like asking if anyone like knows any member of the British family because again, like they're the royal family for a reason. Like they're not gonna be mixing around with plebs and people, just like normal people. So why would I ask if you know them? Like I don't know. Like it's weird. And the Brexit thing, yeah, again. It's a controversial opinion and it's a controversial subject matter. And again, as a general rule, I think that if you're visiting a foreign country, I don't think you should like talk politics, or if you're just like talking politics, I think it's like something more like in a general sense of you, or just, you know, that don't get into specifics, or and don't even like don't voice your opinion, because again, like they're the ones like live in the place, so it's gonna be quite rude if you go like, so I read an article about this and this and this. It's gonna be like, yeah, but like I live here, so I'm gonna tell you like it's not like that. So I think as a rule, maybe you shouldn't really like speak politics, because it can get heated, and even if like between people on the same country, if they have like different points of view about, you know, the politics, or like, I don't know, the government or whatever it is, like things get ugly. So I can't even imagine how it would be if you're a foreigner trying to like explain to them something, or you want to like I don't know, voice your opinion about something else. It's like, maybe like stay away from politics. I think that's a good rule, no matter where you are. Again, because you're just like a tourist, so you want to enjoy your time there, and you're not gonna like move there. So like, why would I have an opinion on this? Like, I don't know, like you tell me, you're the one who lives here. But it's really funny, and the handshake thing, I think again, it's also like a good thing. Like, you don't really, I don't think many people are in the habit of like meeting someone new and they're like going for a hug. I don't think, I don't, maybe some cultures do, but I think it's kind of a little weird. Maybe like if you're like uber friendly, maybe that's like, maybe it's okay. But I can tell that, you know, British UK people are more reserved. So it's best if you go with a handshake. But again, that's a good rule. When you're meeting someone for the first time, just go for a handshake, because you don't know if the people are going to be comfortable like hugging you or kissing you or whatever, unless they explicitly tell you like, hey, like, should I hug you? Like, do you mind if I hug you, or can I give you a kiss? But if you're meeting someone for the first time, I think the normal thing is just, you know, like handshake. But this is all super interesting. And yes, I love learning more about the UK. I'll try not to make that mistake again of saying like Britain or England. I think you can't say England. It's the UK in general, the United Kingdom, because that's the thing that has every single country and region that conforms the UK. So not just England, it's UK. So I'll try not to make that mistake again. So hopefully you learned as much as I did with this video about the UK, and I'll see you soon. Bye.